scores, and suddenly 2 possessions for the Nuggets. Tatum. This is going to take some time right here. No. I saw the end of
To flop or not to flop? That is the question that must be answered at this moment. Now, obviously, if you look at the replay, Campazzo obviously flopped this case. There's no denying that fact. But let's just look at the replay again and see. Look at that. Marcus Smart pushes him. It's clear as day. And the referee, well, his verdict was very strange.
To review, it is defensive foul on Campazzo. The action after the whistle was deemed as nothing, as there's nothing unsportsmanlike on the play from Smart. It's just natural basketball play.
Yeah, I love it. I love to do NBA, Mike. I really do.
So hold up. You mean to tell me the referee can just come here and say that what Marcus Smart did was nothing? Like, that was a clear push. I don't know what to tell you. I know Campazzo flopped there. I know Campazzo flopped. I know. Guys, please bear with me, okay? This is a clear push. He shoved him. How are we not going to call that a foul these days? Oh, my goodness. Now, Marcus Smart, he was asked about the flopping of Campazzo during that play, and his answer was really interesting.
He fell down in front of you, and you kind of just turned away. What's going in your mind when that happens?
I love it. I mean, it's part of it. You know what I mean? He's doing what anybody would do to get a call, you know? Everybody talk about flopping. Flopping is everybody does it. Flopping is trying to get the call. You can flop on defense and you can flop on offense. You know, it's just the guys who flop on the defensive end probably get a little more hatred because of it. But, I mean, you got some of the, you know, people's favorite guys and favorite players that flop on the offensive end just as much. So it's part of the game, you know. A flop is trying to, you know, exaggerate a call to get a call for you. Everybody does it. And if anybody sits there and say not everybody does it in this league, they're lying. At some point in your career, you're doing it. At some point in the game, you're doing it. And it's a smart play. You know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
You have to appreciate his honesty here, okay? He knows. He knows that flopping is part of the game. He knows even though the NBA tries to crack down on it for years, the NBA has said flopping is not tolerated, but we still see it rampant in the game. And Marcus Smart, he's saying this because, of course, he flops a lot. We've seen it, the notorious, infamous flops that he does. I mean, I know for a fact some of you remember this one. This one was hilarious when it first came out. Marcus Smart flopping like a fish. I think you already know what I'm talking about here.
Kicking it. Crowder? No. And Smart went flying underneath the hoop. Remember, he bruised his ribs in game 2, landed hard there.
The noise still gets me to this day. Oh my goodness, that was a great one. Now, at the time, he was fine for this, but of course, the NBA, like anything else, relaxes its crackdown on rules when it sees that not enough players do it. So he keeps flopping and he keeps getting away with it. Last season, he flopped right here when Embiid, elbowed him. He did hit him, but then Marcus Smart sells the call. I mean, just look at this flop. It's crazy. Now, guys like Marcus Smart, they understand, being undersized at the guard position, that guys like Campazzo, well, of course, they're going to use this to their advantage, right? On defense, when they see a bigger guy on them or they see somebody that has a reputation that's, a bit rough and tough, they're going to use that against them. So, of course, guys like Campazzo flop. And Campazzo, of course, he has a notorious flop against the Portland Trailblazers in that playoff series last season. And notice, it's always during a dead ball play that the dude flops. I mean, the referees have to come in, of course, and do their thing. But look at CJ McCollum. He starts getting physical, and that's when Campazzo flops. And it's really nice. Like, this dude has the chops to beat Marcus Smart in the flop contest. Now, what annoys me the most about this entire play was the Celtics commentators. I mean, really? I know you're homers, obviously, every local commentator is, but to not even say that that's a foul on the play, I mean, Marcus Smart clearly fouled him, he pushed him. That's an easy call.
There's the foul, and this right here, that's nothing. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm fine with it.
And to anybody that's going to tell me in the comments, oh, they were joking, please explain to me how that was a joke. Please tell me how this clip was taken out of context, because to me, they sound very serious.